Da da da. Da 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 da.
Hi everyone, Ryan here from CircuitWest on the road with Ryan. We're standing outside the Subiaco Art Centre at the moment. We've just done a recce for Showcase in May to make sure we bring you the experience that you deserve. It's going to be a huge showcase. We're using every room in the building. We've got plenty of keynote speakers coming out for everyone. We've got 38 pitches after 68 people submitted. We're going to have community engagement activity, which is going to be a whole lot of fun, including the very popular conference dinner this year downstairs at the Madge. So I'm going to be here today to tell you a bit about what's going on at Showcase, some of the reasons that we're having people come and talk to you. So buckle in. So this year's Showcase is all about story, so whether that's in the pitches or in the keynote speakers or in the activity that's happening around Showcase. Particularly this year we've invited Art in the Movement Galleries West to be a part of the Showcase because we really see the link between the visual arts and the performing arts coming together quite strongly. Whilst the product might be different, what we do in terms of audience and marketing and storytelling is quite the similar. So we've invited them to be a part of it, and to that end we're going to have a great exhibition called Dead Centre in the gallery space at Subiaco, and that tells the story of a whole diverse range of people, different stories than we've heard, and really being able to involve that story in part of the showcase. The rest of the stories that we will hear are stories that change the way we think about things, or stories that make us feel a bit more involved in what we're doing, or stories of how diverse groups of population can come together and really change the way that we think about our audiences and our communities and the way that we speak to each other. Stories also about the stories we want to tell about our work. It's just starting to rain here at Subiaco, so this is the link that we go to bring you stuff at On the Road with Ryan. It'll be my second shower today, but we'll get there. So I really think that if you're interested in really listening to communities, telling your community story, telling the story of our work and telling your story, the Showcase is probably the place for you to be. Stories have so much power to change the way that we think about things. They make us part of a narrative, they change the way we look at things, and they illuminate a whole lot of facts that were previously gone unrecognised. So that's why we've chosen story this year. Story is glue, story is web, story is light, because stories bring us together, stories show us all the links that we have, and stories bring to light all those things that we possibly haven't seen in our communities. So Bob Harlow's back this year. Don't worry, he's not going to talk about the same stuff that you heard last year. Last year was laying the foundation for us in audience development and around those 9 effective practices of researching your audiences. This year he's taking us on the next step. He's growing us up in the project of audience development. He's growing us up in what we do. So it's going to be really nice to look forward to Bob updating us on some of the case studies that he delivered last year. He's also going to talk to us about what the journey is for your audience from being in a research development project all the way through to sitting in your audience with you and in the dark with you all watching what happens on stage or wherever you choose to program. He's also going to let us know about some common problems or tips or tricks that everyone has with audience development. He's going to let us in on that, and then he's going to help us unpick some of those research projects that regional venues have been doing around the state using his strategies for audience development. They've been working hard on those since last Showcase, and will tell us about them, and Bob's going to be here for that because he's also been involved in that process. So Bob's really looking forward to being back again. He keeps emailing me. Last time he emailed me he said it was 6 weeks. Makes me panic a little bit, but he's definitely keen to be back with his WA family. So thank you everybody. Alright, so Bob Harlow wrote the book on audience development. So this year we brought out Doug Borwick, who literally wrote the book or books on community engagement. Doug's got lots of great ideas about community engagement. He's got ideas about embedding it in your organisation, why it's important, how to do it. But most of all, he takes the premise that it's the community engagement stuff that makes the arts indispensable to the community. So he's going to unpick that with us over the couple of days. He's doing 2 keynote topics and a workshop at the end of the conference for everyone to brainstorm some ideas with him. But he's a very intelligent man, he's a very intelligent thinker. He runs his own engagement business in America. He's flying out to join us for WA Showcase to make sure we understand what the actual relevance of community engagement is and how we embed that not just in one person in our organisation but across our organisation, and how we look at the ways we do it and why we do it, and to make sure that we're doing it genuinely. So I'm really looking forward to Doug being here. He's flying all the way from where are we going? North Carolina. So he should be ready and willing to spend some time with his WA family. So we're looking forward to Doug being here. So this year we're welcoming back another one of our WA Showcase family, Lindsay Buller-Malikal, and this year she's bringing out one of her teaching artists, her master teaching artist, might I say, W.T. McRae. They're going to come out a little bit earlier than normal and do some workshops with teaching artists in Western Australia in the week before Showcase. But this year they're going to talk about the how. Last year they talked about what and why they do what they do in their new Victory building when it comes to community engagement. But this year they're going to talk about the how. So Lindsay and WT are going to be providing us with 2 very practical workshops. I can't think of 2 better people to deliver these workshops with everybody. I've spoken to them at length over Skype, as you do early in the morning in New York or early in WA. So they're coming out to really let us know into the how. So they're going to deliver some really practical workshops about building that curriculum, building that engagement wherever you choose to do it, be it your foyer, and really letting us in more to that new Victory secret that they're sharing with us. Lindsay's also going to talk about some of the research that she's done, some of the stats that she has from undertaking that process in the new Victory. So I'm really looking forward to the next step in that journey with Lindsay and with WT. Everyone will have to say happy birthday to WT. He turns 40 on the way out here on the aeroplane, so we're going to make sure that he has a big birthday bash when he gets here as well. But I'm really looking forward to them taking us on the next step of that journey, the next part of the story or the narrative when it comes to using your venue more effectively for community engagement. So I think we're seeing a link already through these 3 keynote speakers. Let's see where we go to next. So don't tell us we don't bring you TV stars. We've got TV star and marketing star Digga Manigan coming this year for Showcase. She's going to talk to us about 2 topics, why creativity matters, and that's creativity when it comes to talking to our audiences, putting out our marketing staff, how we even email people, and talk to us about that. Some of you might remember her from a PAC Australia conference in Sydney a couple of years ago, but we thought that she was important enough and relevant enough to what we're talking about to bring her back and have us talk to WA. She's also talking about a really interesting topic about why we should start building our marketing campaigns from the position that our marketing is shit. She's going to lead us through a bit of a practical workshop around that on the second day of the conference. She's with us for 2 days, so we look forward to that. But she's got some really strong ideas, really important campaigning ideas around your marketing and how we talk about what we put on in our venues and what people are actually hearing. So for those of you who don't know Dee, she was on the Gruen transfer. She's been federal Labor campaign manager for a long time. So she's really got interesting ideas about what we do and what she does, and some really strong hot button topics for us. So we're really looking forward to having Dee over with us, and we really thank her for being here. So to round all our keynote speakers off for this year, we've got everyone's favourite psychologist and choreographer coming along to talk to us again, Shona Erskine. Last year she led us through the mental health stuff, and you've got that fantastic pack of cards that help us through what we're talking about. This year she's going to talk about creativity. Now she's been going around the state doing some creativity workshops and other workshops with regional venues under the Creative Regions program, but at Showcase this year she's going to walk us through all the latest stuff around creativity and embedding that in our organisation organisations, and it's not just about creativity when we make work or sell work, it's about creativity in the way we even do our daily tasks. So it's about being creatively led, value led, and using creativity to its fullest. She's an amazing speaker. People have written to us about the workshop that she's doing regionally, saying it's the most valuable piece of PD that they've done this year. And to top things off, you're going to get another deck of cards to help you have those creative conversations in your workplace. So Shona's fantastic. She knows where it's at when it comes to people's minds, people's bodies, people's hearts, because that's what she does. So we're really looking forward to having her back. She's been a key part. She's become a key part of the Showcase family. So we're relishing the chance to get her back and have her talk about creativity. So really looking forward to that. So that's everyone that's speaking at Showcase this year. There's going to be a couple of other exciting things, like a touring think tank, which you can check out on the Showcase website, and also reports back from those venues regionally who are doing the audience development research that Bob talked about last time. So that's an even more reason to come along. Plus all those wonderful shows that are pitching to get onto tour into your venue. So that's what's happening at Showcase this year. There's going to be fantastic other things happening in foyers, at Subiaco Art Centres, in breakout spaces, a lot for everyone to do. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you're missing out, don't miss out. If you're in jail, break out. If you've got a kid's sport game, miss it. If it's an anniversary, sorry, there's one every year, but come on down to WA Showcase, make sure you're part of that action, make sure you're part of our story so we can be part of your story, make sure you're part of the fun and part of our family. So I'll see you at Showcase.